me give you a
Southern
definition.
Soul, ATL, FM.com radio. This is Earl the Pearl, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tina Brown's. How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, give your hands.
Let me give you a definition.
A workout.
But they're really an enemy.
For the one and only Tina Brown. Come on, Tina.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Earl the Pearl? How you doing?
Real good, lady friend. Real good. You know you really good. All right, tell us about this special lady that's our guest today.
Oh, wow. You know, I done had some great people on this show thus far that I've been doing this show. And I'm just so blessed to have this young lady on my show. And it's just, you know, it's hard out there in this game. But when you find some great women who've been out there with a test of time and still doing it, I want y'all to give it up for the one and only Miss Lacee. Y'all get it for Lacee.
Hey, Miss
Oh,
Lacee.
thank you.
Welcome, Miss Lacee.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
That one
I hear some snap, crackle, and popping somewhere.
That's clapping.
Pow, pow, pow.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That's clapping.
You got me that time, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me.
I got one question to ask you, Miss Lacee. How you doing?
I'm doing. I can't complain. And complaining ain't gonna help none anyway, so I'm doing well. I'm living.
Girl, I know you live your best life. I know your voice sounds kind of, hard. I know you out there working, but girl, I see y'all were living it up on that yacht this weekend. What's going on with that?
Well, that was a birthday celebration for myself. Jerry and I put that together for
happy birthday.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate that. But my birthday was actually on the 1st, but we kind of had to get people together and had to invite me. So I invited some friends out and we did I had a yacht birthday party on the yacht. We did Friday and Saturday, and I'm exhausted. I'm tired, trying to make sure everybody made home, staying up late because some people drove in. You had people driving in from Alabama, flying in from Louisiana. Some flew from Alabama as well, certain parts of it. Some flew in from North Carolina. I know Librato, he flew in. Then I had family from Memphis. So, they was everywhere.
Yeah, wow. That was amazing. I mean, for a birthday party to celebrate on a yacht in Miami, that's huge right there. That's huge.
It was very, very nice. Laid back, but it was, everybody vibe, no drama free, and then it was mostly women. A lot of people say women can't get along when they get together. So that's not true. Everybody on the same page.
Exactly.
Yeah, so everything worked out just fine.
When you find women, we're all vibrating at the same level and not, we all got the same kind of motivation and positive energy. You don't have no negative energy. You don't have that kind of drama when we're all happy with ourselves and what we got going on. You don't even have all that.
I'm not going to be in the midst of it anyway. I'll be trying to go. I'm going to go left. I'm going to be like, I'll let you.
Exactly,
but,
girl.
For the most part, everything was nice. Everything turned out, like I thought it would. It turned out just like I thought it would. You have visions, and those visions actually manifested, and I was like just exactly like I, played it in my head. It was just like that.
And that's how it got to be. You manifest it, you plan it out in your head, and sometimes that's how it come out. If you put it out like that positive energy, and that's what you did. So that's amazing. Yeah. Big happy birthday to you, Miss Lacee.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We were talking earlier, and Earl the Pearl, and found out, I knew her face from back in the day.
Yeah.
And she's still beautiful as ever. But back there during the Denise Sal era, when all the legends used to come to Jackson, Tennessee, when I used to open shows back then, she was back with Jay Blackfoot. And I knew I remember seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that, Lacee.
Well, actually, some background for about, I want to say 5 years. That's before I actually started to do my own stuff. But yeah, I did it for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Ann Hines was out, and they needed a replacement just until she, got well. She had to have surgery. So, and then they actually picked me. So, and then I went in background, learned all the material, and then I did background as well as sing with him while he was doing some of the Soul Children review stuff like that. So yeah, it was fun and really nice,
Hey,
really nice. And then after that, I had to go on.
Lacee, I mean, we know that you
Yeah.
sing some unbelievably high notes when you sing and perform. Tell us, how
hmm
difficult is that to sing those high notes and then sing some low ones too?
Well, because if you do it, I do it all the time, so it's not difficult at all for me. And even in a hoarse voice, like my voice is real raspy today because of the weekend, been yelling and hollering and screaming, all that stuff. But I can still hit for some reason or another. That's the last. My octave is the last thing to go. I can sing. If I had to do a show right now, I'll make it through even with my voice sounding like that. So it's easy to me
Wow.
because
Okay.
I do it all the time. It's just it. But I just had to continue to practice over the years as I was growing up. I would hear a lot of the high notes with Patti LaBelle, Minnie Riperton, Betty Wright, and then all of a sudden you had my Mariah Carey come on the scene. So she's a little higher than me. I can't get that. I'm not gonna kill myself trying to do Mariah, but I'll go on through with the Betty Wright and the Patti LaBelle. So just the practicing over the years as a young teenager,
Okay.
then it just start. I don't know. I just started doing it and just kept doing it, and I was like, okay, this sounds good.
Just
Okay.
So
natural, because
now,
you are amazing.
yeah, now it just comes. It's just that's probably one of the better parts of me at the point. At this point, I can just hit a note.
No,
Yeah.
that's not it. Because let me tell you, we're going to take you there right now. You're dressing, and I'm going to go back to how you dress because it's phenomenal. So I'm going to take it back to you came up under, they said Jay Blackfoot. I came through the era with Denise Styles and all them. Back then, when they used to bring the dressing to the show, they came up with the bling and being fabulous and just being bigger than life when they came on the stage. And you come out like that. I love your style, how you come out very glamorous, very always stylish, always. And I just love that about you when I see you. I mean, it's hard to find that a lot these days. And what do you got anything to talk about that or say about that? About how I'm just saying everybody got their own thing they do, but I'm just kind of elaborate about that.
Yeah, well, I actually started with Little Milton. Little Milton, I backgrounded him for some years as well,
Okay.
as a teenager, and then later on, I started backgrounding for Foot, and so just watching them, their mannerisms, how they present themselves to the audience.
Yes.
No saggy pants, no jeans, no t-shirts, and no taking the shirts off. They were just, they were just who they were. They were humble. They were good men. They could sing, and they didn't need a lot. They didn't need to do a lot to get attention because their voice spoke for them, for themselves.
Yes.
So I learned that even with Ann Hines, singing with them, and I learned, that I was taught that you don't have to. You can be sexy and you can sell sex, but it's a way you can do it. You can sell it without having to take off clothes. You can definitely tell it. You can sell it without having to do a lot of extra stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes your voice just speaks for itself. The way you are, your mannerisms and stuff. So I just took that in stride and I kept going with it, and I've been doing it ever since. So then I come into my own. So I was like, okay, you know what? I want to look like this when I first started out. I think I want to do this. This is how, and I like dressing. I like having on clothes, but I like to be sexy with them now.
You can tell, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not a cowgirl, so I don't do a lot of boots. Like if I'm gonna do boots, it's not gonna be cowboy boots and cowgirl boots or whatever you want to call them. I do own one pair, but I don't wear them. I've worn one time and I haven't worn them since. But I just prefer to stay me. I don't want to switch up. I don't like switching up because everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? My grandmama say the blind leading the blind. Or if I jump off into the river, you gonna jump off with me? Well, if you can't swim and I can't swim, we both gonna drown.
Gonna drown.
And I'm not a monkey see, monkey do type of person, so I'm just me. I'm who I am. What you see is what you get. That's what it is, and that's how I just stay. I am dressed like I want to dress, but I'm always kind of sexy with it, but classy all at the same time.
Well, we appreciate that. Me as a woman and seeing you out there, because I have my own sense of style, how I come out. I appreciate how you come out, how you still keep the glam going and the sexy going, and it's very appreciated in the business, And you're holding a high standard for us women to come up under. You're holding a very high standard, and I appreciate you still holding that standard.
Thank you so much. I love glam, honey. If I just get a pair of glam earrings and some with some sequins and some rhinestone, I'm like, okay, that's for me. It's got to have a sign somewhere.
Gotta have some bling, honey. Gotta bling.
Bling somewhere.
Exactly. Back then had a lot of camaraderie. I know we didn't have social media back then, but people still talk and got things around. But it was more. It's like more camaraderie, more togetherness, more brother or sisterhood. I know people are gonna be people, but I mean, what do you think about that? Can you elaborate on that for me?
You sure you want me to elaborate?
Yes, I do.
Hey, oh Lord, it's just not the same. The energy for me, I don't feel it as much as I used to. I used to love the Marvin Cease and the Mel Waiters and the Tyrone Davis and Blackfoot and all
the Lattimores, all that.
Yeah, the Lattimore's still here. And
he is.
Theotis, my big brother Theotis Ely, if they had beef, you didn't know it because it wasn't announced, and there was no social media to announce it anyway. And they were too old to be, their mindset was totally different from what it is from people's mindset now. They didn't have to go out there and do all that stuff on social. Even if it was a social media, I'm willing to bet you it never would happen. Now things are so different. Everybody just bickering and arguing, and they take it to social media. Well, how come you just can't call that person? Or
hello?
They got Facebook, and they got Facebook Messenger. It's a phone right there. There's a little button right there, a little phone right there.
What's
you
that
see
button?
the symbol. Call it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just text, hey man, can you call me for a minute? Can I? But they want to go to social media. But at the end of the day, it's taking all the fun because they bringing it here.
Yeah.
And they taking out all the fun. I'm telling, there is no. I used to love getting out here on this road, but now it's just God. And then they switching up. Oh God, they just changing the game, and I think that it's like a mockery of Southern soul. If you ever want Southern soul to be a genre that's people been trying to get it into the Grammy, you're not gonna get it that way.
No, not that way.
A lot of the music is watered down. It does not have concept. No substance to the music. They don't have no storyline. They just going straight on, hit it and quit it. No.
Yeah.
Right. They're making I think a lot of people, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying some, because there are some good artists. Very, very good artists.
Definitely.
And, but for the ones that are making a mockery, just coming out here, just be doing anything. You just make up a song out across the street, you get your little boom box and get your song off of YouTube, and here you go. But y'all making a mockery, a lot of them making a mockery, and they ain't taking the fun out. And then if one gets bigger than the other one, here it go.
Here we go.
They bicker so much. It's just so much bitterness, so much jealousy and hatred.
And maybe I just look at the big picture of always looking at we can all get along. And I'm sounding like Rodney King. Can we just all get along?
Can we all just get along?
But I really move like that, and that kind of energy, because it's so much money for all of us out there to eat. Literally, it is. And we can all work together and be great. We can all be great, because there's a lot of great artists out there.
There are. And I just thank God that I've been here as long as I've been out here. But I didn't get out here and stay this long by, being negative, having a bad attitude, mistreating people, or going off on this person because this person did. That's not how it went down. I just stay humble. I say who I was, and
you still are, exactly.
And I am who I am. And then we can cross bridges. If we have a slow period, we can always go and say, hey, can we do this? Or we want to put this together. Oh, no problem, Lacee. Yeah, come on, get it. So I don't have, you understand what I'm saying? You got to keep that community, keep those friendships going. Don't burn no bridges because you don't know when you might have to cross them.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You know who
a lot of people burn a lot of bridges.
You don't know.
Yeah,
you're right.
They burn a lot of bridges out here. I be like, I'm saying to myself, I ain't got nothing to do with whatever they do.
And now burn bridges with the promoters, and or the DJs or nobody like that because everybody was supposed to work together because the DJs make you great by playing your music. The promoters put you out there on the stage and get you paid. So you gotta stay in your lane and stay humble. If there's something you don't like you said, take it to the side, call them, talk about it,
and then they come out here with these one song, and they want $5,000-$10,000 one song, and then you're not thinking about the promoter trying to eat. Everybody got to. If you want to be successful, you got to make it to where everybody can eat.
Yeah,
people ain't just giving out money just for their help. They trying, you know what I'm saying. So how are you gonna do that? You need it. People probably need to come down off of the prices because if you ain't got but one song, there is no reason why you should be charging all that money for one song in Southern Soul. Now, I said it. That's what it was. That's what it is. So y'all don't come to me on social media talking about what I did and what I said. Right is right and right don't wrong with nobody.
But it's the truth, though. I mean, you don't start out in a new job out in the real world. Say, well, I'm going to come out. You got to pay me $30 an hour. If the job will pay $10. Who are you? I mean, come on, buddy. That's not how it goes.
You gotta work your way up to that ladder. It just. I mean, unless it's an inside job, unless you got some family that work in the business, they just come on in and bring you on in there. Other than that, you got to start from the bottom.
Exactly. A lot of people don't understand. Back then, it was a little harder back then because it wasn't social media, and you had to really put your boots on the ground for real to get where you got to get to. Stay in your lane, be professional. It wasn't all let's hit left and right.
We was talking about the mom and pop stores. We used to go around, and sometimes we'd be driving all those hours just to go and put our record here, or put our records there, and be friendly. We talk to these people, get a relationship, build, and that's how it was. But then, streaming and come out with the social media and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people, they bypassing those mom and pop stores. Hey, social media got it going on at this point.
At this point, it got everything unlocked. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the AI in music now with the music and with the videos and all that? What do you think about that?
To me, it's not fair game. That's not a fair game because if you sit up there now, if you're talking about people using AI to sing, because I've heard now, I did, it was on social media. Somebody did a whole AI show, like they were singing the song as the AI was. It was on social media, and I was like, well, who paid for this?
Yeah.
What promoter paid for somebody to come in and lip sync these songs? Not
this a Milli Vanilli. What in the world?
What promoter paid a Milli? What's that? Like you said, Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
I'm in the look. I need to go ahead. I don't know if I'm in the. I need to start getting more familiar with AI and do mine.
Apparently,
if I'm gonna get paid. I don't think it's a fair game. Now, I do know a lot of the bigger artists use some of the AI music, to probably enhance the sound that they have, but they are actually singing their own stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you're trying to enhance what you have.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Don't go out here and letting AI sing and people thinking you the one singing.
Yeah.
And you lip syncing that song. No, that's not right. That's not right. It's a messed up situation.
It is. I was in a club this weekend and it was a hot song. I forgot the name of the song actually. And I said, DJ, who was that artist? So I tried to Shazam it. I couldn't even Shazam it. It wouldn't come up. Because I guess it was AI. And he told me that AI. I'm like, for real? The song was hot, but I couldn't even Shazam it. Shazam was like, who was that? It didn't even know. So, I mean, I'm like, wow.
They was talking about the young lady that actually made her first AI artist and got paid like millions off of it. Well, that's my best friend.
What?
Her son's friend. Anyway, and they were saying how she did that. And they paid her like $3 million.
What? Oh, well, wait a minute. I need to revamp what I'm doing.
And I'm trying to remember her name. You probably can Google it and find out what her name was. The person that did the first AI artist. And look and see how much they paid her. That's the information that I get. We got to Google it and make sure that's true. But he does know how to do it. He put that figure out there.
Lacee, I'm familiar with that. You are right on. You spot on.
Oh, wow. And that was AI. I was like, let me find an AI artist. Let me get me an AI. Look,
and man, just put my label.
Yeah, put it under my label. And I don't have to worry about nothing. I get paid and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Be done.
I ain't coming. That's it. I ain't coming back out. I'm not coming. I'm gonna let AI do all. Whoever my artist will be, I'm gonna let her do whatever she want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I guess we got to get ready for this AI technology because it's really coming in the industry and people are using it and learning how to use it. So, I don't know.
It's very imperative that we learn it, because it's part of, what's happening, what's the part of the world. The world is AI all day long. Let me tell you what I did. So we were here in Miami, and I was going to rent a car. I don't know if y'all, been here and rented cars and it's like on the side, little street or whatever. They got these little off-brand places. But anyway, it was cool. We went on in there. I thought we were going to go to the counter and, give you information. Well, hey, I got a reservation, blah, 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 XYZ. No, ma'am. We was talking to a computer. It was virtual. It was a virtual. And she come on there and she said, well, put your ID down. So there was like a little camera where you sit your ID at. It'll take pictures of your camera and everything. She comes on the screen and she starts giving all the information. You got to show your insurance. And I was like, you know what? I got to get more familiar with this AI stuff.
That technology, wow, it's amazing.
Technology is amazing.
Well, I guess we gotta change because back then when we first got computers, we were kind of like leery. When we first got Wi-Fi, I was like, "What is that?" My kids wanted to get Wi-Fi. So I don't remember no Wi-Fi. I didn't pay for no Wi-Fi in my house. Did. And then now I'm like, "Where's the Wi-Fi?" Shoot.
Right.
So I didn't. So I guess
I didn't start getting more familiar with stuff until I moved to North Carolina, and Jerry is more like a computer whiz. So I didn't really start getting more familiar with it until I got, with him. And then he started to teach me all, a lot of things about the computers and the Wi-Fi's and all that good stuff. So now I'm like, okay, now I got to get familiar with this AI stuff because there's a lot to do. You can change your whole body. You can change your body with AI.
I'm telling you. Shoot, I'll be built up like Beyonce when I finish, hunting.
Look, and then you go on the show, they be like, well, what's it?
That where's she at? That can't be her.
When we stop.
That's the only deception right there. Only thing.
Only thing. Babe, I'm trying to tell you now. It's something, but they say something serious. Man, something serious.
Exactly. What kind of upcoming? I gotta ask you, what kind of upcoming shows you got coming going on? Anything upcoming?
Yeah, it's a lot of it. We got Vegas, we got Virginia.
Oh wow! Okay.
We got oh Lord, I'm gonna get them all together, Jerry. Help me out.
Well, you don't all of them. I know you got a lot of them.
Well, no, it's not a lot. Like because I was kind of busy. like the beginning of a couple of months ago, and then we got this week was off, and then this week coming up is off, and then after that we'll get back to work. And it's normally we have like a 2 week gap in between times.
Yeah, you need a downtime too.
Yeah, we still try to do these shows and stay relevant. And thank God a lot, they're not canceling out. That's anything like that. So everything is still on point, still doing it, because I've seen a lot of shows that's been canceling lately. But
yeah, I have
not, and that's a weird one for me too. But luckily we have not been in the midst of that. God is still in the blessing and blessing business, so He still allows us to do our job and be able to do it without cancellations of any gigs. So, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the other up and coming shows. I've been to Vegas, a couple of times, and Virginia, places like that. But I don't mind going back. I love going back to those places. And I just love entertaining anyway, so it don't matter.
Exactly. Well, you're an amazing entertainer and got amazing vocals, so I know they appreciate you coming back to them places. I know they do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And I love seeing them too.
Any last minute things you want to say to the audience before you get off the air?
Well, I'm just excited. Well, definitely you want to stay grounded and rooted. I think a lot of people are going to say the same thing. And then if you come out here, you want to come out here and you got the talent, but make sure you got the talent. You come out here. Do you think? Don't start charging all this money and all these things with one song, and then kind of say, people the vibes of people. You can feel vibes. You can feel when I know I can. I can feel when that's not the circle that I want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. If there's always something, there's always negativity, I'm not dealing with it. I don't want to be around it. But other than that, you can do anything you put your mind to. I've done it. I've been doing it for 20 years. I just thank God I'm still here. Hopefully, He allows me to live to see it and do 20 more years. And then I appreciate everybody that has supported me all these years. Everybody, family, fans, friends that, supports Lacee and has always supported Lacee. Just don't stop. Keep supporting Lacee, because I can't do nothing without y'all. I can't do nothing without y'all, the radio station. I can't do nothing without the podcasters. I can't do nothing without y'all, because I need y'all to keep on bringing, helping me be relevant. So that's why I have to be who I am.
Yes, well, everybody love you, Lacee, and I'm totally a big fan of yours as well. And I just so appreciate you being on my show with myself, Earl the Pearl. I really thank you so much.
Earl the Pearl, you rock. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, thanks for listening, everybody. And next week, we will have Anthony Q on the show, y'all. So stay tuned and watch and listen this evening at 6:30 Eastern Central Time and 7:30 Eastern Time. I got tied up to hear this show live, okay?